How's it going, everyone? Matt with Backer Club here again with another creator interview. This time we have David from Smartlet. How's it going, David?
Excellent. Thank you, Matt. And you,
Awesome. I'm doing very good. So we just have a few questions for you here today, and I hope you can answer them to the best of your abilities. And we're going to jump right in.
no problem.
So, for someone brand new to Smartlet, can you give us a brief overview of the project?
Of course. Basically, Smartlet is a strap of a new generation. It's a modular strap that can connect on the same wrist a classic watch, Rolex, Zenith, Omega, you name it, and a connected device, smartwatch, Fitbit, Whoop. You can wear
Mm,
them on the same wrist. On the face of your wrist, you're wearing the classic watch,
yep.
the watch that you love, and on the back of your wrist, you're wearing the screen, meaning or the screen or the connected device.
Mm, awesome. Yeah, it sounds like a really interesting new idea. I haven't seen anything quite like this yet. So, where did the inspiration for Smartlet come from?
Well, I'm passionate by watchmaking. Like it's been something that was in the family, passed by my father, my brothers, etc. So I've been in that ecosystem for a while. And I'm an engineer. I'm a trained engineer in France.
Okay.
And I've been working 25 years in building digital ecosystem, managing platforms. And I was torn every morning between wearing my classic watch, the one that I love, the one that my father gave me, the one that my brother gave me that I got for my wedding, or wearing my smartwatch, the one that basically enables me to track all my
Yeah.
performance, to track my health, my notification, etc. And at one point, I was fed up with choosing, and I ended up wearing the two, one on each wrist. And people were calling me the master of time. People were why are you wearing two watches? And you can explain them. I've got one watch and I've got a screen, something else. People don't understand that. So I say there might be another solution, something in the middle. And I started sketching Smartlet and say like, got two sides on my wrist. Perhaps we could leverage that. And from that sketch, I started working on the concept. I hired a designer, industrial designer. I'm a computer engineer, digital engineer. So we've been working hand in hand since then. And we end up with a concept that was much more than what it was supposed to be at the beginning. Because um, first it enabled me to wear both my watch and to wear my smartwatch or my Fitbit or my Whoop. Uh, but it was much more because it enabled me to switch watches. Meaning I created a system and we patented the system to be able to connect one watch. If I want to wear a Rolex in the morning and then keeping the same strap where I can put my Zenith in the evening, or if I want to wear my Apple Watch during the day when I'm at work, and when I'm going to sport, uh, where my Fitbit, and where I'm in a recovery wearing my Whoop, I can do that with the same ecosystem. So we ended up really creating a modular system where you can uh, connect what you want. Like we are covering 80% of the volumes of the watches for men, with a lug width of 20 and 22 millimeters, and 20 and 80% of the volumes of smartwatch, Apple Watch, Samsung, Huawei, Fitbit Charge, Whoop 4, and soon 5 as well. So we're working on that, and I love modularity, and that's where I'm heading. And secondly, from a design standpoint, so the first design is quite manly at first. And basically, the objective is to be able to create new designs, to mix the materials, doing carbon, doing ceramic, doing leather, and being able to mix and match the different pieces because it's modular and it's a concept. So in the end, you'll be able to have your Rolex with the connectors in titanium, and then the second part in leather, and the last part in carbon if you want. And that's the beauty of it.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely sounds like a lot of work went into this. How long have you been working on it?
I started working a little more than 2 years ago, 2 years and a half ago. 6 first months were really the prototyping, the drawing, being like going back and forth on the drawing board before arriving at a concept that we could patent. So we filed the patent. It takes a long time to get the patent. I just got it after 2 years now in France. And then we started, once we got out of the 3D prototype, meaning 3D printing prototype, we get to the metal prototype, because metal is another beast, and different iteration, etc. Before we ended up about, I would say, like 9 months, a year ago, with a prototype that was stable and that worked, just basically worked. And at that point, I said, you know what? I've got something now. Let's try to test the market, the product market fit, and at that point, I started preparing for the pre-orders and the Kickstarter.
Awesome. So, can you talk a little bit about the environmental sustainability aspects of the project?
Well, by design, the system is drawn about sustainability. Well, because usually people have one watch and wear different straps. Okay, here it's a different assumption. Like you're changing the game, because you got one strap, several watches, and so basically you could live with only one strap and go from one watch to another without any issue. Secondly, um, I'm finalizing everything that is about logistics and final assembly of the Smartlet. And I'm trying to think about social responsibility as well. So the last assembly of the Smartlet, I would like, if possible, to have handicapped people or people
Hmm,
that with disabilities to make
interesting.
that the last piece of the assembly, because it's important for me to give back,
Yep.
and to have a company that is responsible
Yep.
as a whole. And after the eco, I'm trying to keep the packaging as ecologic as possible.
Yep.
Uh, but but this is not easy when you start. But that's my
Yep.
objective, is to get there.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a first with the handicapped personnel. That's a really interesting idea. I really like it. Aw- Can you give us an overview of the team and or partners for the project? Like how many people are working on this with you?
I've got different for now. I'm working with different people on the project. First, as I told you, there's the engineering designer that is working with me. Yeah, he's got his own watch brand, so he knows that, and he's an expert into carbon and materials. So it's really interesting to work with him. He's quite kind of senior, so it's Mathieu. Will be the first one. Secondly, I've got the marketing team, community management, that is helping me.
Yep.
So you got Fabienne, you got Benedict, you got Stéphane, who are working with me on the marketing part, strategy, really building the brand and building the community around that. I'm also working with Quentin, with helping me on the Kickstarter asset and the management of the campaign. And from a production standpoint, I've got Linda, who is really managing with the atelier and the factory, all the quality, compliance, and tracking the production. Well, we have started. When you're dealing with metal, you need to first to deal with tooling before being able to mass produce the Smartlet. So we are at that stage where we are finalizing the pre-series. Once the pre-series are finalized, I can launch the production. So I'm really at that stage. That's the reason why uh, I'm pretty confident about delivering this summer.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's definitely great to hear. So, sounds like you got a really good team behind you, so pretty confident that you'll be able to deliver the project. But with all of the ways that you can launch a new idea these days, why did you choose Kickstarter?
I've been iterating quite a lot about like how to start that, and I think that Kickstarter was in the back of my mind since the beginning. And sometimes you listen to people. You listen to people, they tell you like, Kickstarter, people got burned, they don't want to use it anymore, etc. And you say, all right, perhaps. And in fact, I've been collecting pre-orders on my e-commerce website at the beginning, and it was working, but see, Smartlet is an international product. Smartlet needs to reach a community that is far outside of France, far outside of Europe. Main people, the main community that are interested by the product, they are in the US, the
Mm,
UK, they are in Japan, because in Japan there was a product that looked like Smartlet but was kind of different. It was a product made by Sony,
hmm,
that where Sony developed both the band and the electronic, and they failed where most of the people that tried this kind of project failed. They wanted to develop the software and to develop
ah,
the hardware, and that's where my assumption is kind of different.
yep,
I'm leveraging Apple, I'm
yep,
leveraging Google, I'm leveraging Fitbit. They are spending billions
yeah.
in R&D. I'm not going to be able to fight them. And even Sony, they gave up uh, last year, and they are ending their service now
Oh, wow.
because they didn't manage to scale the ecosystem. And
Yep.
I won't have this problem with Smartlet
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I'm working with Whoop, Fitbit,
Yeah,
Apple, Samsung,
it already
and
exists.
so exactly. Japan is part of the equation as well. All the Middle East also they are interested by the product. And if I wanted a platform with at my scale and with a small company and a small project at the beginning, I needed something that helped me scale. And Kickstarter, I think, is the ideal platform to reach that international community.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah, I think you got it right. So, what has been the most challenging part of, this project as to date?
Challenging part of this project as today, I think it was. I'm married. I've got 3 kids, so it was, and I have a job. So it
Oh,
was
wow.
managing both at like, and when I'm saying both, it's even 3 things
Yeah,
at the same time. So it's basically the daily job that I'm
yeah.
operating, the family, and Smartlet, and
Wow.
trying a way to balance to balance everything. I think that has been and that is the other part. The other part. The only thing that I'm expecting is to jump on ship, because Smartlet, I think I've been developing tons of digital products, like mobile application, ecosystem, website, like you name it. That's the first physical product that I'm doing. I love object. I love design. I love that. That's something that has always been in me. But that's the first time that I'm going basically to deal with that. And the only thing that I'm expecting is to jump ship onto Smartlet and just do that,
Yeah.
because I'm really passionate by this project, by what I'm doing. Despite like when you're launching a new thing, a new usage, like I'm trying to do with Smartlet, like we're trying to do with the team. Get a lot of people that just look at you and say, "Will never work," and that's hard. But I want to
Yeah.
fight them, and I want to make it work,
Yeah.
and I believe in it.
Yeah. I definitely understand those challenges 100%. So, all right, moving on. Have there been any frequently asked questions by the backers on your campaign page that you'd like to clarify here?
Yeah, I think that there are three questions that come back and come back and come back all the time. The first question is it going to be heavy? Okay, because you get two watches,
Yeah.
etc. First, a watch is heavy at the beginning, like when you take a Rolex or Zenith or an Omega, it's heavy. It's heavy by design. When you take the strap, a metal strap of a watch, it weighs between 60 and 100 grams, depending on the size of the adjustment and on the metal it's made of. When you take Smartlet, the way we build it and the way we design it, it's the same with
Okay.
the smartwatch. With the smartwatch, that's important for me to say.
Yeah.
And whether you're taking the heavier will be the Apple Watch, so it's going to be around. I'm not talking about the Apple Watch Ultra, but like the standard Apple
Yeah.
Watch, they're going to be around 30 grams. The lightest will be the Fitbit. It's going to be like 15 grams. So all the rest is the middle piece, and you adjust the size with the number of links that you need depending on the
Yeah.
size of your wrist, and this is the same weight. That's the first one. Um, and honestly, you don't feel it. Second, is it going to be comfortable? Okay, why? Because like the smartwatch can be a little bit wider
Yeah.
than a strap, because it's going to be perhaps a little bit, it's going to have a little bit more depth, but we're talking each time about 2-3 millimeters. That's it.
Okay.
And when you wear it, and that's something you can look at the testimonials of people that try it and that feel it and that carry it on the Kickstarter page. You forget it. You wear it and you don't feel it because it's on the wrist. It's really here in the wrist, and you really don't feel it. Okay. And basically, can I type with the keyboard on it? Yeah, you can type with the keyboard. I'm working in IT, and I've been wearing it for a long time
Hmm.
and doing that. Probably that because of I would say that I believe in Darwin theory, meaning you adapt or you die. So probably that I have adapted a little bit, perhaps the pattern, the way I hold my hands on the table, etc. But but I don't feel it anymore.
Yeah.
Uh, Third question, and that will be the last. Will I scratch my Apple Watch? And the answer is not more than on the other side. Why? Because when you wear a watch, and if you're wearing watches, you know that the best way to hurt a watch, there are two ways. First, you hit it on the wall, like or
Yep.
when you go through a door, etc., or you drop it on the floor.
Yep.
Okay, that's how you break. Uh, Here, when you have your smartwatch below, it's protected from the wall. And yeah, it can be on the flat surface, on the desk, etc. But basically, you're not really
Yeah.
like
Explain it.
playing hard on the table, on the desk. So no, you're not going to scratch it more than on the other side.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that everybody starts with those three questions. I'm usually the two first are just getting out once people try it. Okay, because and the last one, I will say it's a leap of faith, and I will say that on my end, when I'm getting out of the store with an Apple Watch or with a Fitbit or with a Whoop, I know that it already has an expiration date on it,
Yeah.
the
Of
next
course.
year or the
Yeah.
2 year after. So I don't really care about scratching it, but that's my view.
Yeah, I actually have a bonus question here in here
Yeah,
where like that I kind of thought about when you flip, because you, obviously as you see, like I wear my Apple Watch all the time.
yeah,
When you flip your Apple Watch around the other way, does it still work the same way? Like all of the health features and everything? Like it will still read everything being upside down?
yeah. Well, I will tell you like Apple will tell you no, because they don't want to be on the back of the wrist. But
Sure.
there are tons of people that are already wearing their
Yeah.
Apple Watch backwards. That's the first.
Interesting. Okay.
Second thing that is important is look at the Whoop. The
Yeah.
Whoop, basically, it's the same kind of sensor. You can wear it here, you can wear it here, you can wear it, you can wear it on different places. It doesn't have to be on the wrist to work.
Huh.
Third, if you're a doctor, where do you take the pulse?
Yeah, exactly. On the underside. Yeah.
so, so that's the only thing that I will say.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I would have
And
never
actually, I
guessed.
think that health is really a really important use case with Smartlet because um, a lot of people, and I think that in the US, insurance companies and doctors are really recommending to wear smartwatches to follow to track your health,
Yeah.
etc. And when you do that, and I've seen a lot of people in the US and in the UK wearing two watches because their doctor told them, or only wearing their Apple Watch. But I think that we're a generation, and even the generation I was with somebody with no more than 20 and loved watches. It's not the same story. Watches, they carry a story, they carry your
Yeah.
personality, they represent something. It's much
Yeah.
more than a smartwatch will ever be. But smartwatch are really useful, and for the health piece, it gives the opportunity to people that want to track their health to have both on their end, meaning still wearing their watch from their wedding, but having what their doctor recommended
Yeah.
without and being able also because we're men to wear some jewels.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a matter of real estate. I'm used to say so you don't
Yeah.
have enough real estate.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. So, lastly but not least, is there anything you'd like to say directly to the backers?
First, I'd like to thank the community that has already backed our project. We're already 250% like over the bar. So it's amazing, and thank you. Just want to thank you. Thank you for the community that is following us and that is at the on the edge of saying like I'm backing. So please do because if we want, like the only thing that I want is to see that the Smartlet on other wrists, and that's what I'm trying to do now. Is by already preparing the pre-series and being ready to launch the production. I want to see it on other wrists because this is the only way people will stop telling that it's heavy. People will stop telling that
Yeah.
that it's not comfortable.
Yep.
It's people. It's a pro. I like to design product that people can use and people can live with. And
Yeah.
I think that Smartlet is a product that you live. It's another way of wearing your watch, and I just want to make it real for other people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Well, there you guys have it. David from Smartlet. Go check it out on Kickstarter. It's live right now. And thank you for being on the show today, David.
Thanks a lot, Matthew, and I hope that you will Smartlet soon. Okay,
Awesome. Yeah, cool.
thank you.
Thanks a lot. Take care.
Bye.